Raiders considered an ideal destination for former DPOY finalist. Before we continue, like the video to strengthen the channel. And if you are not yet a subscriber, take advantage of it right now to join our community and stay up to date with all the daily updates from the Las Vegas Raiders. Here you will receive the hottest news, always firsthand. So, subscribe now and help us reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. This makes all the difference for us to continue bringing you incredible content. We count on your support. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to the point. The Las Vegas Raiders have urgent challenges to solve on offense, but that does not mean that the defense is in a comfortable situation. Despite a reasonable performance in yards allowed last season, the team allowed an average of 25.5 points per game, ranking a worrying 26th in this category. It is clear that adjustments are needed on defense, and one of the most critical points is the pressure on the opposing quarterback. The team's pass rush was ineffective in 2024, registering just 38 sacks, a number that placed them in the bottom of the league. Max Crosby's absence for 5 games hurt their overall performance, and his 7.5 sacks were well below expectations. But even when he was available, it was clear that the team lacked depth at the edge rusher position. Malcolm Koonce, who missed the season due to a serious knee injury, was a possible solution, but with free agency approaching, his permanence with the team becomes an unknown. Given their recent history of struggles, investing heavily in a player returning from a serious injury could be risky for a team that finished with a disappointing 4-13 record. The good news for the Raiders is that the market will offer some interesting options to strengthen the position. Among them, one name stands out: Haason Reddick. USA Today's Tyler Dragon named Las Vegas as the ideal destination for the once league-caliber defensive end. Unfortunately for Reddick, most of the headlines he generated in 2024 were due to his extended playmaking, Dragon wrote. The defensive end managed just 1 sack in 10 games after missing part of the season, snapping a 4-year streak of at least 11 sacks. Reddick played for the New York Jets last year, joining the team via a trade from the Philadelphia Eagles in March. There were high expectations for his impact, but his tenure has been disappointing. That way, the Raiders could find a market opportunity and offer the 30-year-old a 1-year deal. With significant cap space, Las Vegas has the flexibility to take a chance on a defensive end who can make an immediate impact. It's worth remembering that in 2022, Reddick was one of the league's biggest names, finishing 4th in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. That season, he recorded 49 tackles, 16 sacks, 5 forced fumbles and 3 recoveries. Before his recent decline, the former Temple Owls player was considered one of the NFL's most lethal pass rushers. If he can find his best form again, he could become a great reinforcement for the Raiders in 2025. Why the Raiders should target the NFL draft's most divergent wide receiver. This year's NFL draft class promises to be packed with promising talent. While it's not the deepest in history, there are plenty of receivers who could quickly come off the board and make an immediate impact in the pros. For the Las Vegas Raiders, this crop of wide receivers couldn't come at a more opportune time. After trading Davante Adams in October, the team was left with Jakobi Meyers as the only reliable piece at the position, creating an urgent need for reinforcements at the position. With plenty of cap room for free agency, the team could opt to bring in experienced reinforcements, but the draft also presents a prime opportunity to add young, explosive pieces to the offense. One name that should already be on Las Vegas radar is TCU Horned Frogs wide receiver Savion Williams. What makes Williams such a special target is his rare combination of physicality and athleticism. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, he impresses with his speed and ability to create explosive plays, being a threat in multiple roles within the offense. His range when receiving is absurd, making him a reliable option in contested situations and in the more vertical passing game. Last season, the player from Marshall, Texas, showed how much of a difference he can make. He had 60 receptions for 611 yards and 6 touchdowns, in addition to his impressive versatility on the ground, carrying the ball 51 times for 322 yards and another 6 touchdowns. His impact on the field is not limited to a single role, which makes him a real nightmare for opposing defenses. Kyle Krabs from the 33rd team even compared him to Cordarrelle Patterson, but an even more accurate analogy would be to Deebo Samuel, albeit in a bigger and even more unpredictable version. Samuel has been one of the most dynamic offensive pieces in the NFL in recent years, playing a vital role in the San Francisco 49ers scheme. While Williams still has a long way to go to reach that level, the similarities in playstyle are evident. Projected to be a day 2 pick, possibly in the 3rd round, Williams could represent an excellent value for the Raiders. If he is still available when Las Vegas is on the clock, the team should seriously consider adding him to the roster. The Raiders' offense needs more dynamism, and Williams could be exactly the piece that is missing to elevate the offensive unit. His presence could bring a new element of unpredictability to the game, making him a valuable piece in the team's scheme. Ignoring him would be a mistake that the Raiders cannot afford to make. Leave your comment below, your opinion will be very important. Let's interact and participate. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Until next time.